Hey guys, James here, and it is Tech Tuesday. As promised, we're going to do things a little differently with Tech Tuesday from now on. A couple of people, Melanie has asked that we get a little more hands on and show you the behind the scenes of the systems that we use. It's all very well to talk about it as a theoretical idea, but when you see people's systems in action, it can give you some great ideas on how you can do your own. And there's been a conversation going on, sparked by Ashley, all about client onboarding, client scheduling, and really the intake forms that you have when you're qualifying and setting up the conversation with a new potential client. You might have heard us speaking a bit about this tool, which is called CozyCal. It's our scheduling tool of choice, and we are proud to say that it's also created by a member of the community, Kat and Chris. They are a couple, and they also, like us, they're a couple, and they work together, and they've created what we think is an absolutely fantastic tool. Something I absolutely love about the tools that we use is that we know exactly what purpose they have. They have hard edges. And what's great about CozyCal is that it does one thing and it does it extremely well. I like the fact that you're able to schedule your appointments, have a number of different services or types of calls. It includes the intake form, and you can actually take payment as well. So if you want a really lean booking, payment, and service offering, it's a great tool. So we want to show you the inside of what our CozyCal looks like. Obviously, this is a particular tool we're looking at, but the principles here can be applied whether you're using Calendly or Acuity or Schedule Once, whatever the tool may be. It's really about the flow that goes from your client, potential client, coming along to your website, booking in a call, the intake form and process that you take them through, and eventually leading them into that confirmed call that they can add to their calendar. And we speak a lot about the importance of customer experience. And if you can put a flow in like this where it's absolutely clear what they're getting and what to do next, that really can set you apart. So we absolutely suggest having something like this. Right, so let's go inside our CozyCal account and have a look at how we've got it set up. So immediately when you come into CozyCal, you see a very clean interface with all of your appointments that are booked in. And if you actually go to the holding page or the landing page for your organization, you will see the whole setup, and you have the option to toggle between what you as the person editing it sees and what potential clients would see. So if we'd sent them to our holding page, they would have the option to select between personalized systems call, collaboration chat, or a clarity session. But if we go back to the editing view, we have the option to set up all the page settings, color scheme, URLs, etc. So if we look at the service offering here that's most relevant to the conversation that's happening, it'll be the clarity session, because this is the real intake process before somebody starts working with us. So going into that, let's look at it from the customer perspective. This is what they'll see. And we said here clarity session, and we've set the expectation for what this call is all about. So when they're booking, they know, what am I going into? What is the purpose of this call? And then the available times, which we've set to be weekdays at certain times. So you'll go in and you'll have the option to book. 12:45 sounds good. And here is what our form consists of. I know there's people who use tools like Dubsado, Acuity, or even build them into the back end of your website. This is another great way to do it, and it's quite lean in that there's no coding or anything to be done. So you can have a look at some of the questions we ask. The ones with the red stars next to them we've set as required questions, because that's really information that we want before we can go ahead with a call. It's about respecting your time and also about respecting the potential client's time, because the purpose of this is to qualify and make sure that you're both a match. So we've had which of these just describes you. I'm just starting out. A question like this is great for really setting the expectation of the kind of service that you can offer, and whether it matches the budget. So asking questions like, what's the number one reason you haven't been able to reach your revenue goal yet? So it's getting them to paint a picture of their ideal of what their current state is and what the ideal situation is at the end of you guys working together. So as we go through that, I'm not going to fill them all in because that will take forever. To do that, let's go back to a separate service, a really simple one. So for example, personalized systems call, we go through and choose a time. And we would and you can schedule the appointment. And what we've done on this confirmation page is we filled out the details of where the call is going to be held, and of course that's also going to be sent through via email, and that's something you can configure in the majority of tools. Add to calendar, you have those options, and you can add it into your calendar and you're ready to go. Down here you'll see that the details are also there of where the call is going to happen. Saved, and that's all booked in. Now if I go over to my calendar, to my email, I've received an email confirming it, and I'm going to have a number of emails that are coming through, I think the day before the actual booking, and then probably I think an hour before. Let's go back to the booking page and we can see the settings for it. Where is it? There we go. Email notifications. So you get a confirmation email which you can edit. We've put in the link to Uber Conference. Reminder email also comes one day before, and you have the option to set when it goes. And it's really that simple. So it's broken down into the various services that you have. And this is, oh look, I've got a call. Cancel the event, manage it, view the contact. So it's really everything you need to know to review the details about the person before you go into the call to make sure you're well prepared. So we'd love to hear about how you are managing your bookings and your client intake, and whether this has been helpful. I think it's great to see what other people are doing with their systems, and I'd absolutely love to see how you've put yours together, and also let us know if you have any questions, any insights on what we could improve in our booking forms, and yeah, let's get that sharing going around your systems.